Let's take a look at what's going on with Dogecoin this afternoon, guys. All right, so where do we leave off? I think this morning we were right about here. And we were talking about this support right here. We had support giving me this line right here. I was wondering if we were going to bounce on it, which we did. I was targeting .294. I've been looking at this level because of the Fibonacci retracement levels that we've been watching on this channel. If we zoom out a little bit, we had a nice huge run. Actually, yeah, I was going to say a nice little run, but that was a nice, pretty big run. And once we got to around here, we started having trouble pushing up and continuing to move on. We kind of, all in this area, found resistance. At a certain point, I was thinking maybe we're going to get a correction, so I set up the Fibonacci retracement Fibonacci retracement tool. This tool right here, we drag from the bottom of the top of that run, and that gives us some levels to watch. These levels give us these levels give us lines to watch as resistance and sometimes as support. Sometimes we bounce off them, bouncing to the upside, and sometimes we bounce off them going to the downside. Right now we are looking at the 38% level, and we are pretty much breaking through it. It looks like, kind of. Let me zoom in. So let's go ahead and zoom in. So having said that, those levels that I was watching, this is the 38% level, and once we break these lines, these levels going to the upside, then it's very possible that we could be looking at the next one. So there was something that I was looking at on my other chart. I was looking at this channel pattern. We broke that going to the downside. We can pretty much delete this. Let's go ahead and delete this one. Oh, that's what I was looking at. I see it now. Okay, so there's this resistance right here, but we have support, and support, we also, it kind of looks like almost a W pattern, kind of, in my opinion, which also is a reversal pattern, so that would kind of make sense, coming down and then hitting a double bottom. Basically, the way you do a W pattern or double bottom, something like that, is you look at this resistance right there and basically something like that. So what we would do is draw a line like this. If we could break this trend line going to the upside, then that would be like a reversal pattern, W pattern, double bottom pattern, whatever you want to call it. You could even look at it as a channel pattern, something like that. If we break that going to the upside though, drag from the bottom of the top of that in the middle of it somewhere, we could drag that to the breakout, and that gives us a target around .385. I'm not saying that's guaranteed to happen, but like I was saying, if we break this level like kind of decisively, probably right here, I'd even be looking at around .394 again, maybe even breaking through it this time. We were testing it a bunch of times over here and got rejected at that .394 level. So I don't know. It's possible that we break through it. It's possible that we get rejected down here and start heading down still. We've been kind of just trading sideways in this area, and this line actually did come into play with this support, and it did get support, and we bounced to the upside. If you've watched my channel, or if you've been watching my channel, I've been targeting .294, which is the next Fibonacci retracement level going down, which is also the 50% level. We came down, when we first came down, we filled that limit order that I had. I bought here, and bought here, and we came down, filled that limit order, went up, hit this Fibonacci retracement level, came down. I sold it, and I thought I was going to be able to buy it back. Ever since this whole area, I haven't been able to do that. So I'm still waiting for it to come down. Whoops, wrong tool. I'm still waiting for it to come down to this level, but the way it's moving right now makes me way less confident that it's going to do that, especially if we break that level that I was just talking about, where we have that resistance, kind of like a W pattern. If we break that going to the upside, that's a reversal pattern, and we could be looking at least this one. That's what I'd be targeting. Like I said, if we break these levels, then I look at the next one going to the upside, and that happened right here. We kind of were trading sideways right on that yellow line. And then we broke out going to the upside, and then we just kind of straight up right to that 23% level, and that's where we started having trouble. That's where we got rejected, came down. Found support in this area. It wasn't perfectly on that line. We came up, have been having trouble having resistance on it. Sorry. You know what I mean? Came up, resistance, came down. Seems like we're breaking through it though. Are we breaking through it, or are we just kind of doing what we did right in this area? Let's go ahead and zoom in so we can really see that. Because it wasn't that long that we were up in these areas. Let's see. This whole was a few hours, I guess. A few hours right here, came down, then broke back above it, couple hours, came down, couple hours, and then rejected. So I'm kind of curious. I want to see us break through this. Let's go maybe to like the 4 hour, like maybe like the daily. Let's see what's going on over there. 4 hour. Let's go ahead and delete that. Let's go delete that. See, even this looks kind of good. Just breaking this, the bodies right here. You know what I mean? Let's see what the daily looks like. And the daily is testing the 9 moving average. That's kind of interesting. And it looks like it's kind of doing like this, which is kind of a good thing. Kind of like that scooping formation. Or it's like about to, it seems like. I don't know. This is the daily. If we break above that 9 moving average as well, then I think that will be a bullish signal that we could definitely go up here, if not higher. Where's the weekly? Oh, okay. Okay, so the 9 moving averages, I probably should have, let's come back to see, because I could show you what it looks like better on this chart better. Okay, so when we're underneath, when the price is underneath the 9 moving average of the blue line, whoops, let's go ahead and keep this one. We have this blue line right here, the 9 moving average. So it takes an average of 9 of the candles and it puts a marker on there. If we're underneath that moving average, then usually what happens is we'll come up to that line, and we'll get resistance on it. Resistance when we're underneath it, get pushed to the downside. Resistance. When we break through it to the upside, then we can get support on it and bounce on it going to the upside. And then sometimes we test it when we break through it. Then right now, basically, we are below it, but we are really testing it, which is actually pretty good. Like, it seems like, I don't know, it kind of looks like it might break through it. So if it does break through it right around, I mean, it's really close. It's testing it right now, and it's kind of been testing it. Let's see if it does, though. I wouldn't be surprised if we break through this, if we get like a big candle. But let's see. So we are still below it, though. Technically, we are still below it. Testing it, though, which is kind of good with a green candle. A green candle instead of like a red candle. Or, well, I guess you wouldn't be hitting it, but yeah, let's see what else we got. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. So I'll probably be watching the 1 hour time frame, something like this, sitting at, okay, so this, I think if we could break around .4348 possibly. If we could break around 348, then maybe we can start looking at .394. I'm already looking at .394 as long as we're doing green candles above this Fibonacci retracement level that we've talked about at the beginning. But if we start going red again, then I still have my limit order set right here. I haven't given up really on that. As long as we're in this Fibonacci retracement in this box right here, let me go ahead and zoom out. As long as we're in this box, then I'm gonna have limit orders going to the downside on at least 1 or 2 going down. I haven't put one here yet because I don't think we're gonna go down there quite yet. Or I mean, we'd have to break this trend line right here because we have support. We have a trend line going up like that. Until we break that one going to the downside, I'm not even thinking about these ones quite yet, but I'm not even sure that'll happen. We might get 50% retrace and then bounce up again, but you know, it's also possible that, and then we have like a bear market for another couple of years and whatever, and then trade at the bottom. That would actually be cool. But no, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't care either way. If we go up, that'll be cool to $1. That'd be cool. If we go down, it'd be cool to accumulate. That is what I'm thinking, though. These are the levels that I'm watching. Oh, the other thing I wanted to just show real quick is, and I've mentioned this before, but even just playing off these Fibonacci retracement levels. Okay, so I have a position right here. It's like my bigger one out of the 3 that I mentioned that I got. I bought on when it was coming down. I bought all 3 of them. But from here to here, which happened back here, boom, boom, and it didn't stay there for that long. It went down and then it went back up and touched it again, and then it went down. But from there to there, let me do a ruler. From there to there is around 16.6%. So that's a pretty good little trade. That's why I like watching. Well, they also come in handy because they also play out, but you know, just trading off them from there to there or from here to here is a pretty good trade. Let me see, what was that one? From here to here is 15% as well. So I talked about this when it first started, but I wouldn't, and I don't mind that it's just bouncing. I wouldn't. It would be cooler if this area was bouncing like this, or even right here was bouncing all the way up and down. But it seems like this we formed that trend line that I've been talking about in this video, that bottom right there, and it's been bouncing on it. So let's see if it continues to hold support or if it ever breaks to the downside. Right now it's holding support and it's pushing to the upside, and we're testing resistances and stuff like that. So green candles, I'm looking at the next target up. We could actually probably even do this. I would like to break that resistance real quick first. This is probably my next target, I would say. Let's see. Although I kind of want to accumulate more than like trade, but yeah, okay, so if we can break this line right here sitting at around .384, let's say .389, just to give it a little bit of space. If we could break .389, then target at .394. Still have resistance though. Could get rejected and come down. If we break this resistance, that support approximately at .314. If we break that going to the down side, which it's not trending that way, but if we did do that, then the next target would be that one that I just changed it to. It's going to be .294, the next Fibonacci retracement level, but it is trending up. We are testing resistance right now. If we do break that, this is what I'm looking at. If you're new to trading, check out tradingview.com and set up your chart and use these tools and stuff like that. Hopefully you're learning stuff. I think that about does it though for this video. If you want to check out the last video, this morning's video, should I say check it out right here. Sorry, long day. And if you want to watch a playlist that is how you start looking at charts and stuff, it's right here. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. If you guys like the video, hit that thumbs up.